Poor pony, that is so evil.
That's why it's so much fun.
The Sopranos begins Sunday on CTV. Viewer discretion is advised.
Last time on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Canadian edition.
Well, my luck has worked so far, so I'll trust my instincts and go with C, Prime Minister.
If you'd picked Prime Minister Pie, would have been wrong.
Okay, that's enough now.
Chrétien cream pie would have been wrong.
I'm going to throttle you.
He went with his instinct, folks. Sometimes it's a good thing to do. And in this case, it was. Prime Minister is right.
D, Chantal.
Your memory is perfect. $64,000. Now let's see who got it right. Shannon Sullivan.
D, the Bay of Fundy.
You have $1,000. Now join us from New York City for CTV's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Good evening, I'm Pamela Wallen. And here we are for night 2 of our very own Canadian edition, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And in the hot seat, Shannon Sullivan from St. John's, Newfoundland, back for his chance at $1 million. Shannon, your dad Desmond is with you here. Now, Desmond, maybe we should just ask you a question. Was he the bright kid?
Well, actually, Pamela, I have 2 very bright kids. I have a daughter starting her MBA at Memorial University in September. Shannon starts his master's as well. But no question, Shannon was a very bright kid.
Now, I want all the women to pay attention to this because Shannon told us very directly that he is reluctantly single.
That I am.
What are you looking for, Shannon? Who does she have to be?
Well, I'm not too picky, but just somebody who's, I guess, intelligent, good sense of humor, a good personality really goes a long way.
Now, do you remember where we were when we said goodbye yesterday? Is it imprinted on your mind?
It's pretty vague, actually. It was all a bit of a blur, but I think I've got $1,000.
All right, you have indeed won $1,000, and you are just 10 questions away from winning 1 million Canadian dollars. When you reach the $32,000 level, you are guaranteed to leave here tonight with at least that much money. You've got the 1,000, so that's covered off. And because we'd like to see you do that, you have your 3 lifelines, all of them left to help you out, 50-50. Ask the audience, and of course you can always phone a friend. I think you've got your mom standing by, don't you?
She's one of them,
Good for you. So Shannon, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Canadian edition. Shannon Sullivan, $1,000 in his pocket. Let's go and see if you can make it too. Who first discovered the intruder at 24 Sussex Drive on November 5th, 1995? Jean Chrétien? Aileen Chrétien? The Ottawa Police? The RCMP?
I'm pretty sure that was Mrs. Chrétien. I'll go with B.
You're a little young to actually remember the event, aren't you?
Well, it wasn't that long ago.
But you've read about it? You thought about it?
Oh, yeah, I remember it happening. I remember it was in the media.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
That's the correct one. You have $2,000. Just 9 questions away now from the big $1 million question. Which Toronto Blue Jay hit the winning home run in the final game of the 1993 World Series? Paul Molitor, Ricky Henderson, Joe Carter, Devon White. Follow baseball?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Let's see. For some reason, I seem to remember the big home run that actually, in the bottom of the 9th inning, is being in the 1992 World Series. First time the Jays won. I know that was Joe Carter.
1993 World Series. Final game. got your lifeline.
I do.
They're there. 50-50. You can always ask the audience. You can phone a friend. You can think it through. Nine questions away from $1 million. You want to stay in the game.
I'm not absolutely certain that home run that I'm thinking of, Joe Carter hit was in the '93 World Series, so I think I will ask the audience.
Okay, audience, Shannon needs your help on this one. If you're ready, on your keypads using A, B, C, or D, please vote now. The audience, 72% of them at least, say it's C, Joe Carter.
Well, then I will certainly trust them, and I'll go with C as my final answer.
That was your instinct anyway, wasn't
Yep.
it? They were right, and so were you. We'll be back in just a moment to see if Shannon Sullivan can make it to $1 million.
The Pontiac Sunfire SLX sedan comes with traction assist, air conditioning, and remote keyless entry. Pontiac Sunfire, built for drivers.
With time comes the freedom to enjoy life. But for millions of Canadians, time can also bring the early signs of osteoarthritis. For you, we created Tylenol Arthritis Pain. With its innovative new caplet, you can now get up to 8 hours of relief.
So you can continue doing what you love.
I'm not giving you my engagement ring. This isn't stolen, is it?
Who do you think I am?
You can't just lie and cheat and break the rules you don't like. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, allowing what I know is evil in my house. Of all the Fanuc priests in the world, why do I have to get the one who's straight? I want to be that woman in your life.
Oh, not just in my life. You're my life.
The Sopranos begins Sunday at 10 on CTV. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sensational summer fashions just for the big guys at Sterling Fawcett Big Men's Clothing on St. George Street in Moncton. An excellent selection of brand name dress clothing and casual wear, including jeans and work clothes. Everything from underwear to outerwear, and now even formal wear. Ties an extra 3 inches longer. All competitively priced and often lower than Sterling's competition. With over 45 years experience, you're also assured of excellent service at Sterling Fawcett Big Men's Clothing on St. George Street in Moncton, or call them toll free.
Ah, the Vacation Hideaway looks so great on the promotional material. And weren't you smart to book it yourself? Perhaps you could use a little help from someone who makes your travel their business. Next time, remember, without a travel agent, you're on your own.
The Canadians have taken New York City by storm. We're here in the middle of round 2 of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Canadian edition. We have Shannon Sullivan with us. Up to $4,000, just 8 questions away now from $1 million. You created your own website, Shannon. Now, is that what you'd like us to put on the screen for all those women out there?
Well, sure. If they want to check it out.
They could just call you directly, could they?
My email address is there, absolutely.
All right. Now, you have become a bit of a celebrity because of all of this. What's it been like for the last week or two?
fair amount of media interest, a lot of local papers and national papers, radio stations from both Newfoundland, and I had a couple from Nova Scotia call me as well. So it's been interesting.
Okay, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Here's the $8,000 question for Shannon Sullivan. The African region known as Southern Rhodesia became what country in 1979? Chechnya, Macedonia, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe.
D, Zimbabwe. Pretty sure I remember reading this in the past, so I'll go with Zimbabwe.
You've got a good mind for retaining facts?
I hope so. Hopefully I've retained this one.
It came to you very quickly there.
Yeah, that really jumped out at me.
Okay.
So I'll make that my final answer.
Your final answer, and it is the correct one. Going for $16,000 now, just 7 questions away from $1 million. In Nova Scotia, the term Digby chicken refers to what? Cured herring, rubber duck, smoked lobster, Cornish hen.
Oh, goodness. I've been to Nova Scotia a couple of times. It's a lovely province, but I haven't heard the term Digby chicken, unfortunately.
Well, talk through some of the options out loud. Let's hear what you're thinking.
Well, not thinking much at the moment.
Can you rule anything out?
Well, depending on how facetious the term is, I guess it could really apply to anything. So nothing jumps out at me as being definitely not that.
We don't want to put any pressure on you, Shannon, but you know all of those Nova Scotians are sitting right now.
I'm sure they're all
yelling at their television screens.
I bet they are.
You've done that on occasion, haven't you?
I have. So I know exactly how they're feeling, and I don't blame them at all. I will use the 50-50.
You'll use the 50-50.
Yeah.
Computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving just 1 wrong answer, and of course the correct one. All right, down to cured herring and smoked lobster. Does that help at all?
Well, the lobster would seem to make more sense to me as something that you'd refer to in that way. Herring, not so much. So I've only got, well, I shouldn't say only 7,000, but but with the prospect of a lot more, I think I will take a chance here and go with C, smoked lobster.
Rationalize that through just in your own mind that lobster looks more like chicken than herring, is that
pretty much, yeah. There obviously, I'd certainly be interested to know where this comes from. But it's obviously a clever origin.
Nova Scotia.
Hopefully it's not too clever. So yeah, I'll go with C. I'll make that my final answer.
I'm very, very sorry. It was cured herring. Well, you did very, very well. Imagine getting that question.
That's okay. It's always the way it works.
You take care and all the best. Well, I've got to say, I'm not sure I would have known that one either. I'm sorry to see Shannon leave so soon, but we still have 9 contestants who are raring to go, so let's meet them. They are Alan Vickers, Shadowgate, Quebec. Andrew Heeman, Victoria, British Columbia. Don Miller, Regina, Saskatchewan. Stu Howard, Regina, Saskatchewan. Michelle Jones, Richmond Hill, Ontario. Angela Lemire, Windsor, Ontario. Curtis Arnold, Kananaskis, Alberta. Robert Nielsen, Point Claire, Quebec. Susan Neff, Kitchener, Ontario. All right, is everybody ready? Audience, we actually need complete silence at this point. Here is tonight's first fastest finger question. Put these films in the order they won a Golden Globe for Best Screenplay, starting with the earliest. Network, Shakespeare in Love, Love Story, Scent of a Woman. All right, the time is up. Let's see the answer in the correct order, starting with the earliest. Love Story, Network, Scent of a Woman, Shakespeare in Love. Okay, let's see who got it right. And in the fastest time, Andrew Heeman. Great. All right, come on up. You just walk this way. Andrew Heeman is with us from Victoria, British Columbia. Brought his lovely wife with him, Barbara. Barbara, you actually had a dream that Andrew would be sitting right here?
I had a dream that he got picked as a finalist, and I was the only one that saw it, and I was trying to convince everybody that it had really happened.
Was it pretty exciting? Did you try several times? How long did it take?
It took me 3 times to get through. It was very fun. The second time was a disaster, so I was very happy the third time when I managed to get through.
And got them all right.
Yep.
Are you going to do that tonight?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping there's no second-time disaster here.
You know the rules, and of course you know about the lifelines. 50-50, you can always ask the audience, and I'm sure you've got people that you can call, phone a friend. So if you're ready, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? 15 questions away from $1 million. The first question to Andrew. According to Shakespeare, all the worlds are what? Stage, farce, party, strip mall.
Seem like B sometimes, but I'm going to go with all the world's a stage. A. That's my final answer.
It's the correct one for $100. For $200, let's take a look at this question. Where on the human body would you find the pinky? Leg, chest, hand, belly button.
I'm going to say C, hand.
It's the correct one for $200. Your $300 question right here. According to the song recorded by Nat King Cole, you get what on Route 66? A little lovin'? Your motor running? Speeding ticket? Your kick?
Yeah, I'm going to say D, your kick. That's my final answer.
And it's the right final answer. You're going now for $500, Andrew, and here's the question. In Canadian political lingo, what does the acronym PMO stand for? People's Military Organization, Polymorphing Order, Prime Minister's Office, Post-Meach Order.
I'm going to go with C, Prime Minister's Office.
You sure?
That's my answer.
And it's the right one, Andrew. Going now for $1,000. This is an important one because, of course, that's the least amount of money you'll take home tonight if that's the case. Just 11 questions away from $1 million. At the 1984 Sarajevo Olympics, Gaëtan Boucher won 3 medals in what sport? Alpine skiing, speed skating, luge, biathlon.
Good Canadian hero. I would go with B, speed skating.
You've got $1,000. Andrew Heeman at $1,000. We'll be back to play
What would it take for you to have not just a job, but a career? a career in which you could travel to cities and towns throughout Canada and the U.S. and get paid a good salary. One of the largest schools of its kind in Canada, with over 25 years' experience training people for one of the fastest growing industries in North America, the career long-haul trucking, the school GW driver training. That's what it would take.
4th anniversary at Renault's Furniture in Saint Antoine, and we're celebrating with no down payment, no monthly payment, and no interest until the year 2002, or pay no tax. Renault's has over 44,000 square feet of quality brand name furniture such as Elran, Whirlpool appliances with 6 months financing, mattresses galore in Renault's new spring wall mattress gallery. And remember, there's no down payment, no monthly payment, and no interest until the year 2002, or pay no tax during the 24th anniversary celebration at Renault's Furniture, Saint Antoine.
What would happen if an SUV were raised by a family of sports cars?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Introducing the 200 horsepower Mazda Tribute. The SUV with the soul of a sports car.
Hey, Gail, what do you think of your new Pledge Grab It?
The Pledge Grab It. Push it in and it's all ready to go. It grabs the dust and the hairs. I like this extension. The way it swivels, you get really underneath things and you go right on the top. Isn't it neat? In the old days, you used to have the dust mops, you have to shake them outside and be flying all over. This grabs it and keeps it on the cloth. That's how easy it is to take off. Throw it away. That's it. I think this is a great breakthrough for cleaning.
S.C. Johnson, a family company.
It grabs the dust. It really does.
I can still tell you the page number in that Canadian Tire catalog. You know, I lived and breathed that life. But I just couldn't ask Dad for it.
Hey, boy, I got a couple new tires you can help me unload.
Boy, what I'd give to have seen my face that day.
Good evening. The process of ending that fishing dispute in Burnt Church, New Brunswick is underway tonight. Federal negotiator Bob Ray met today with DFO and fishermen's officials in Miramichi, and he also made his way to Burnt Church to inspect those traps firsthand. The former Ontario Premier says he's hopeful a solution can be hammered up, but he admits it will not be easy. You'll get the full story on that tonight on Nightside.
Victoria, British Columbia, is with us as we continue to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Now, you are a little bit of a romantic. Tell us this story about the roses and proposing to your wife.
Well, my wife and I had been dating for about 5 years, and so I figured if when I was going to propose to her, I really had to sweep her off her feet, otherwise she would just brush me aside. And so I sent her on a scavenger hunt, and there was little messages and a rose, and there was the first note had one rose in the note, and the second note that she had to go to had 2 roses, etc. When she got back to where she was expecting 5 roses, I had about 250 set up for her. And then, so hopefully trying to sweep her off her feet.
And it worked,
and
obviously.
it did work, yes.
So, Barbara, was that the reason? Did that clinch it, those roses?
It was a pretty good way to do it, but I think I would have said yes anyway.
And now you have 1 daughter and 1 on the way.
That's right. In November, our second is due.
Now, just in case you think he's a really nice guy with all the roses and all of that, you also arranged to have the Jaws theme played when your wife was walking down the aisle.
She knew. She agreed to it. She agreed to it. We just thought it would break the ice at our wedding a little bit and kind of ease the tension for the 2 of us, and it seemed to.
Well, if we could only get the Jaws theme up now, it would maybe ease the tension a little bit.
Oh, it'd be appropriate
Don't
right
you
now.
think? All right, Andrew, you have $1,000. You're 10 questions away from becoming the first millionaire here on the program. You're going for $2,000, and you have all of your lifelines in play. So, if you're ready, we'll play the game. Here's your question, Andrew. What is the name of the restaurant hangout in the 1970s TV series, The Beachcombers? Tides of March, Molly's Reach, Roy's Rolls, Sandy's Bar.
I watched the show as a youngster, so I'm definitely going to go with B, Molly's Reach, and that's my final answer.
It's the correct one. Now it's $2,000. Nice feeling, eh? When you know that one, it comes up on the screen.
Beachcombers, okay.
Let's see about this one. The leek is the national emblem of which of the following? Liechtenstein, Monaco, Andorra, Wales.
I played rugby in Victoria with a very strong Welsh contingent, and if I was to get this wrong, I think I would be lynched. So I'm going to say D, Wales, and that's my final answer.
That's the correct one. $4,000 going for $8,000 and just 8 questions away from $1 million. 1 meter is approximately how many inches? 39, 36, 42, 33.
A, 39 inches.
Were you doing conversion back the other way?
Just double checking. I remember it's in my head. It's 3 feet 3 inches from my high jumping days when I was very young.
So you grew up in the inch era?
I grew up in the conversion era, so you had to be fluent in both.
So A is your final answer?
That's my final answer.
It's the correct one for $8,000. Andrew is moving right along, all of his lifeline still intact. He's won $8,000, going for $16,000, and just 7 questions away now from $1 million. According to Arthurian legend, who rules over Avalon? Merlin the Magician, King Arthur, Morgan Le Fay, Queen Guinevere. Your history is in the back of your mind somewhere. Do you have got anything?
I read Morte d'Arthur a long time ago. I'm sure it's in there. I have hunches. Just don't know if I'm willing to risk everything on the hunches, I think. I'm trying to decide if I want to go with one of my lifelines.
You have 3 of them, 50-50. Ask the audience or phone a friend.
I'm going to go with the phone a friend.
Phone a friend?
Yeah. I'm going to call my sister, Elspeth.
Your sister, Elspeth?
That's right.
And where is she?
She's in Kingston.
In Kingston, Ontario.
That's right.
Okay, to our friends then at ClearNet PCS, please help us get Elspeth on the line in Kingston.
Hello.
Elspeth.
Hello, yes.
This is Pamela Wallen calling from CTV's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Hi.
I'm here with Andrew, and he really needs your help.
Okay, I'll try.
Now, Andrew has already won $8,000. He's going for 16. He's 7 questions away from $1 million. When Andrew gets on the line, he will read you the question and 4 possible answers. Now, the next voice you hear, Elspeth, will be Andrew. You'll have 30 seconds, and your time starts now.
According to Arthurian legend, who rules over Avalon? Merlin the Magician, King Arthur, Morgan Le Fay, or Queen Guinevere?
According to
Arthurian legend, who rules over Avalon?
Oh dear. It would either be Morgan Le Fay or Queen Guinevere, I believe. I think it might be Morgan Le Fay.
Sorry, did you say you think it's King Arthur?
I think it might be Queen Guinevere.
You think it might
sorry, Morgan Le Fay. I think it might be Morgan Le Fay.
Okay.
That's just a guess, Andrew.
Thank you.
Okay, so Elspeth isn't sure. She says it's just a guess. Morgan Le Fay.
I'm going to take the 50-50.
Take the 50-50 and narrow it down?
Yeah.
Computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving just 1 wrong answer, and of course the correct one.
Right.
That's not going to help you, is it?
I had one thing in my head. My sister said the other thing.
You're leaning to King Arthur. She was leaning to Morgan Le Fay.
I'm going to go with my first instinct, King Arthur. B, that's my final answer.
Decisive about it. Unfortunately, Andrew, you should have listened to your sister. It's Morgan Le Fay. But you had a very good run. A very good run. You were really on a roll. Thank you so much. It was fun. It was great fun. Thanks so much. Well, Andrew went with his gut instinct, which is often the best thing to do, unless, of course, your sister has just told you the right answer on the phone. Oh, well, we still have 8 more contestants to go, so here is the next fastest finger question. Put the following television series in the order they first debuted, starting with the earliest. Ozzie and Harriet, Sex and the City, Kate and Allie, Barney Miller. Time's up. Let's see the answer in the correct order, starting with the earliest. Ozzie and Harriet, Barney Miller, Kate and Allie, Sex and the City. Okay, let's see who got it right and in the fastest time. Curtis Arnold. We'll be back in just a moment.
Year 2001 is coming. So now's the time for incredible savings during your Atlantic Ford dealers' final countdown clearance. Get 0% 48-month purchase financing on 2000 Ford Windstar LX or lease for $339 a month. Lease the 2000 Ford F-150 regular cab for $319 a month with no charge scheduled maintenance. Get 0.9% on 2000 Ranger, Taurus, or Explorer. Hurry into your Atlantic Ford dealer's final countdown clearance now because these offers won't last.
At Blockbuster, we believe that everyone should be able to bring home the movie they want. Tonight, bring home Any Given Sunday. On Any Given Sunday, a legend will fall, a hero will rise, and a battle will begin. Any Given Sunday, rated 14A from Warner Home Video. Guaranteed to be there, or it's free next time. Blockbuster, bringing entertainment home.
Hi, can you help me?
We sure can.
We? Tyrone Grant, at your service.
Nadine Cheeky, at your service.
Every day, over 55,000 Canada Post employees deliver over 38 million pieces of mail to more than 12 million addresses at a cost every bit as impressive as our on-time performance.
Thank you.
Barbara Fraser, at your service.
Canada Post.
One of the feature vehicles of Taylor Ford's Summer 2000 Countdown is a great selection of 97 Escorts just returned from lease to the New Brunswick Extramural Hospital. These 97 Escorts are low mileage, excellent condition, and the disposal price starts at only $7,988. I know what you're thinking. A 97 Escort for only $7,988. Well, you heard right. But don't wait. Selection is limited and only available at Taylor Ford, Louisville Road in Moncton, where you will find the best deals in New Brunswick. Guaranteed.
We gonna stop this before it gets out of hand?
Not even a hello?
You kill him someplace else.
You may run North Jersey, but you don't run your Uncle Junior. Why didn't I know about this?
Well, maybe it was you they were talking about. Who knows? I'm not free to run my business like I want. Oh, isn't that awful? What do you think? I'm gonna mess with a guy like you?
I show you my hand, and you slap it away. My nephew running things? Not in this life.
The Sopranos begins Sunday at 10 on CTV. Viewer discretion is advised.
Life can be a little topsy-turvy, but with Mother's care, each one begins to explore their world. Individual personalities emerge. Creatures learn to stand on their own 2 feet, and the wilderness becomes just a little more fascinating. Behind every face
is a personality. Wild discovery. Closed captioning on CTV is sponsored in part by your local CTV station.
We're here in New York City. We have with us now Curtis Arnold. He is from Kananaskis, Alberta. You are an operations manager at the ski area, and right now you're putting in electricity so you can make snow. Are you crazy?
We're just running electricity down the side of a couple of our runs so we can run electric fan guns so we can get the runs open a little earlier.
Isn't that amazing? Now, your wife Tracy is here.
Yep.
And you're Australian.
That's right.
But you met him in Alberta.
I met him in Lake Louise, yes.
And then just couldn't go home. He was worth staying for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, you two are going to go to the Olympics back to Australia and
That's
see
right.
Tracy's family?
Yep.
Now, also for you, Curtis, I mean, you've lived out of the country a long time as a kid.
Yep. Yeah, my father was in advertising. We lived in Detroit for 8 years when I was very young.
Yeah.
And then when I was 14, I moved to England for 6 years. So
how long have you been back in Canada?
Since '83, so.
Okay, so you've had time to play catch-up.
Yeah, I've just maybe missed a little Canadian history in my public schooling. That's
a little Canadian history. Okay, we'll try and go gentle on you. Now, somebody says, and a couple of people have mentioned around here, that you actually look like the actor William Catt, the greatest American hero.
Yeah, I've been told that.
Really? Come on, you dressed up as him for Halloween one year.
Sure, yeah.
Does anybody recognize him? Do you think that? Yeah. All right, well, put the acting aside. You're going to do some thinking now. You know the rules of the game. You know about the lifelines, 50-50. Ask the audience. You can always phone a friend. So if you're ready, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? As we begin, 15 questions away from $1 million. For $100, Canadians are known for using which of the following expressions? Bah humbug. Huh? A. Yabba dabba doo.
I'll say C.A.
You're sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's your final answer, eh? That's right, for $100. The $200 question. According to Revenue Canada, what does the abbreviation GST stand for? Goods and Services Tax, General Social Taxation, Gross Summation Taxes, Gouging Small Taxpayers. Tell us what you think the correct answer is, not the one.
The answer is A, Goods and Services Tax.
$200. The $300 question now for Curtis Arnold. According to folklore, what ape-like creature lives in the forests of Canada's Pacific Northwest? Cyclops, Chewbacca, Sasquatch, Leprechaun.
C, Sasquatch.
It's the correct one. The $500 question. The 1970 song Snowbird was made famous by what Canadian singer? Shirley Ikard, Anne Murray, Catherine McKinnon, Rita McNeil.
B, Anne Murray. Final answer.
That's the correct one. Anne Murray. You actually have to be able to answer that question to get a Canadian passport. Now you're going for $1,000 this time, Curtis, and you know that's important because that's the least amount of money you'll go home with tonight. If you get this question right, what Canadian-born newsman is the anchor of ABC's World News Tonight? John Roberts, Lloyd Robertson, Knowlton Nash, Peter Jennings.
D, Peter Jennings.
You ever watch him?
No.
You just... Why did you say that so confidently?
I don't watch American news.
But you know it to be true?
Yep.
You know it, and so it's your final
answer.
Well, you know it, and you know it correctly. You don't know. Who knows? You're just counting on it at this point.
That's right.
All right, you have $1,000 at this point, Curtis. You are 10 questions away from $1 million. Going for 2? Here's the question. Which of the following Canadian provinces is not part of the Maritimes? New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, Prince Edward Island. You do have all 3 of your lifelines. 50-50, ask the audience. You can phone a friend. Is there any way you can narrow it down a little bit for yourself? What do you think? What's going on?
I think I'd like to use a lifeline. I think I'm going to ask the audience.
You want to ask the audience? Okay, audience, Curtis needs your help. If you're ready, on your keypads using A, B, C, or D, please vote now. 65% of the audience, 65% went with C, Newfoundland.
That was my first guess, but
That was your instinct?
yeah,
So what do you think?
I'm going to trust the audience on this one. C, Newfoundland, final answer.
Good call. Good call, Curtis. I got it right. We've got $2,000. We'll be right back. Make it more.
Captioning of this program is brought to you in part by M&M Meat Shop, celebrating 20 years of entertaining. You can win a family adventure for 4 to Universal Orlando. Visit stores for details.
Got something better to do than answer the phone? Star 69 will tell you who called. This family time brought to you by Star 69 from Island Tel, an aligned company. Remember when your best friends were with you every day? With three-way calling, you can call 2 friends at once anytime. This get-together brought to you by three-way calling from Island Tel, an aligned company.
Life is putting the Prozac to the test.
Do you have any qualms about how you actually make a living?
God.
What goes on in this bedroom stays here. Once a year, I can resist the urge to gossip.
Dad, are you in the mafia?
I'm in the waste management business. Everybody immediately assumes you're mopped up. A girl like this happens once in a lifetime.
Did you just make a score? Oh, that is so evil.
That's why it's so much fun.
The Sopranos begins Sunday at 10 on CTV. Viewer discretion is advised.
Now there's a Chevy Venture with flip and fold seats. And a built-in entertainment system.
I knew I should have taken a left turn at Albuquerque.
Fun things are bound to happen when Chevy and Warner Brothers get together. Introducing the new Warner Brothers edition from Chevy Venture. The most versatile minivan ever.
Refill. I got it. Hey, guess what I got in the mail the other day? My firearms license. Got yours yet?
Nah, haven't even applied.
Better hurry. You can save $50 on your possession-only license, but only until October 15th. Really? Yeah. The law says you gotta have a license by the end of this year, and you can't get ammunition without it.
I'd better apply fast.
Yep.
Contact us at 1-800-731-4000 or visit our website. A message from the Government of Canada.
Thanks a lot. What's all the fuss about?
Thanks, Dave.
Why is everybody thanking Dave?
Way to go, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
They're just showing their appreciation for Wendy's $3.99 classic single combo with biggie fries and a medium drink. It leaves you with money in your pocket.
And Dave, I just want to say thanks.
Well, that's a relief.
Wendy's classic single combo.
Now, biggie size any Wendy's combo and play Wendy's Game Time giveaway. There are millions of prizes and offers, including RCA HD TVs. Everyone scores.
Introducing Glade Plug-in Scented Oil. It doesn't fade. Plug it in, plug it in. Plug into 60-day freshness that won't fade away. Plug into Scented Oil. Plug it in. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
For news the moment it happens. Weather, business, sports. The net covers your town, your country, your world. CTV NewsNet. News now. Closed captioning on CTV is sponsored in part by your local CTV station.
Arnold from Kananaskis, Alberta. $2,000 in his hand and 9 questions away from the million. Who actually got you to sign up for the game? You weren't really going to do it yourself.
I wasn't even really aware that the competition was happening. My wife, she was going to actually try and enter me anonymously without me knowing, but she didn't realize it had to be the 5 questions answered, so she prompted me.
And how many tries did it take you?
3.
3? So are you trivia buff? I mean, I know you're a big fan of the Maple Leafs. You love hockey.
Yeah, I love hockey. I'm not a big trivia buff, no. I don't spend a lot of time playing those games or whatever.
So we really need to be asking you about sports. This is your life.
Well, maybe. I'm afraid I'll get asked a question about the Leafs that I won't know and embarrass myself. But
all right, let's play the game then, shall we?
Okay.
Let's play. Here's a $4,000 question for Curtis. According to ancient mythology, which Greek god carried a trident? Eros, Poseidon, Zeus, Aphrodite.
B, Poseidon. Final answer.
He knew that one, and he knew it correctly. Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea and the water. So I guess that's a theme, is it? You don't know why you knew it, did you?
Just lucky.
All right, you have $4,000 going for 8 questions away from $1 million. Here's your next question. What 1930s political party proposed paying Albertans a monthly dividend nicknamed Funny Money? Social Credit, the Progressive Party, the Green Party, United Farmers of Alberta.
Well, I read a little bit of Canadian history before in the last week, and I didn't come across this, so...
And a little before your time in Alberta.
Yeah.
You ever heard the phrase funny money?
Not in this context, no.
Anything you think you can rule out?
I think I can rule out the Green Party. I think the Progressive Party's maybe from around that time. United Farmers of Alberta obviously sounds applicable, so I'm really not sure. I think I'll have to use a lifeline.
You've got 2 of them, 50-50 and phone a friend.
Now I think I'll use a phone a friend. I just have to decide who's the best person to call. I'm not sure. I'm just I'm going to try my father, John Arnold.
Your father, John?
Yep. I'm not sure if he knows it. He's in London, Ontario.
London, Ontario. To our friends at ClearNet PCS, please try and get John, Curtis's father, on the line.
Hello?
Hello, John.
Speaking.
Hi, this is Pamela Wallen from CTV's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I'm ready.
I'm here with Curtis.
I hope I'm ready.
Curtis hopes you're ready too. He needs your help. He has $4,000. He's going for 8. He's 8 questions away from $1 million, so he wants to stay in the game. When Curtis gets on the line, he'll read you the question and 4 possible answers. And so the next voice you hear will be Curtis. Curtis, you have 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
What 1930s political party proposed paying Albertans a monthly dividend nicknamed Funny Money? A, Social Credit, B, the Progressive Party, C, the Green Party, D, the United Farmers of Alberta.
Could you give me the A, B, C, D again, please?
A, Social Credit, B, the Progressive Party, C, the Green Party, D, United Farmers of Alberta.
I'm guessing here. I'm going to go with,
Oh, no.
30 seconds
Oh, man.
is such a short time. You cannot believe how fast 30 seconds goes.
Okay.
Okay. What do you suppose Dad would say?
Yeah, well, obviously I didn't get any indication from that, so I'm going to have to use the last lifeline and see how it feels from there.
And narrow it down? Computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving just 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Down to social credit and the Green Party. Does that help?
Yeah, well, I think so. I'm going to take a chance on A, social credit, final answer.
That's the right answer for $8,000. I know the first thing you're going to do when this program is over. You're going to go to the phone. You're going to call your dad. You're going to say, "What did you say?"
Yeah.
Please. Let's hope he was right.
Yeah.
7 questions away from $1 million. No lifelines left as Curtis takes a shot at this question. Tequila is made from the fermented juice of what plant? Honeysuckle, acacia, juniper, agave.
I think it's D.
Has tequila ever passed your lips, Curtis?
Once or twice.
Recently?
Yeah, actually fairly recently.
Honeysuckle, acacia, juniper.
Well, I'm confident it's not A or C, and I don't believe it's B. I'm really reasonably confident. I think I'm going to take a chance and say D, agave. Final answer.
Said acacia, Curtis. You would have been wrong. If you'd chosen juniper, you would have been wrong.
That's good.
But if you'd chosen honeysuckle, you also would have been wrong. You chose the right one. We'll be right back. See if we can make it 32.
Model year 2001 is coming. So now's the time for incredible savings during your Atlantic Ford dealers' final countdown clearance. Get 0%, 48-month purchase financing on 2000 Ford Windstar LX, or lease for $339 a month. Lease the 2000 Ford F-150 regular cab for $319 a month with no charge scheduled maintenance. Get 0.9% on 2000 Ranger, Taurus, or Explorer. Hurry into your Atlantic Ford dealers' final countdown clearance now, because these offers won't last.
No, I said sell it. Hi. In this point-and-click, risk-it-all on a .com world, it's nice to know at least one thing doesn't go up and down. Wendy's $3.99 Classic Single Combo. Hi, $3.99 Classic Single Combo, please. With biggie fries and a medium drink for just $3.99, it leaves you with money in your pocket. Wait, it's on us. Wendy's Classic Single Combo.
Now, biggie size any Wendy's combo and play Wendy's Game Time Giveaway. There are millions of prizes and offers, including RCA HD TV. Everyone scores.
Introducing Glade Plug-in Scented Oil. It doesn't fade. Plug it in, plug it in. Plug into 60-day freshness that won't fade away. Plug into Scented Oil. Plug it in. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
I'm not giving you my engagement ring. This isn't stolen, is it?
What do you think I am?
You can't just lie and cheat and break the rules you don't like. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, allowing what I know is evil in my house.
Of all the Fanuc priests in the world, why do I have to get the one who's straight? I want to be that woman in your life.
You're not just in my life. You're my life. The Sopranos begins Sunday at 10 on CTV. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sensational summer fashions just for the big guys at Sterling Faucet Big Men's Clothing on St. George Street in Moncton. An excellent selection of brand name dress clothing and casual wear, including jeans and work clothes. Everything from underwear to outerwear, and now even formal wear. Ties an extra 3 inches longer. All competitively priced and often lower than Sterling's competition. With over 45 years experience, you're also assured of excellent service at Sterling Faucet Big Men's Clothing on St. George Street in Moncton, or call them toll-free.
Closed captioning on CTV is sponsored in part by your local CTV station.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Well, Curtis Arnold from Kananaskis wants to be a millionaire. You say if you win the money, you want to retire. That's your plan?
If I won $1 million, I think I'd probably need to keep working for a couple of years so that I could retire and enjoy life.
What do you think you'll do with the money, whatever the sum?
Well, if I stay at 16, then I'll pay off some debts, and if I do significantly more than that, then I'll invest it for sure.
Maybe pay for that trip to Australia.
Yeah, that'll help.
Curtis Arnold has $16,000, 6 questions away from $1 million. Going now for the $32,000 question. That's important because that will be the least amount of money he will go home with tonight. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, let's play. Here's your question, Curtis. Which pirate prowled the West Indies in a ship named Queen Anne's Revenge? Captain Kidd, Anne Bonny, Blackbeard, Jean Lafitte.
I'm not going to get this one. Definitely not. I'm going to walk away. I don't know.
No idea?
Nope. I could guess, but that wouldn't be prudent.
If you walk away, you'll take your $16,000.
Yep, you walk away, final answer.
You want to play it through just to see what happens?
And Bonnie.
That would have been wrong. Congratulations on taking the $16,000. Good luck to you. We'll help pay for that trip. Oh, that's great. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Well, I think Curtis did the right thing. He walked away with $16,000, and that's not bad for 15 minutes work. I'm sure he'll be getting his dad a stopwatch for Christmas, though. We are unfortunately out of time. I hope you all had fun playing along at home. I know I had a great time, and this was a wonderful experience for all of us here. So just before we say goodnight, I would like to invite all of the contestants to join me here for a final thank you and a farewell from New York City. Good night, and we'll see you soon.
Play at home on your computer with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire 2nd Edition. Get it first at Future Shop or online at futureshop.ca. CTV celebrates our award-winning family.
And the Emmy goes to The West Wing.
All the president's men, women, and New Jersey's mob family.
The Sopranos is one of the great achievements in the history of television.
Mob rules for Best Actor.
The Emmy goes to James Gandolfini.
Modern-day crime boss and family man. The Sopranos starts Sunday, and The West Wing season premiere October 4th on CTV. In the game of life, I couldn't get her to breathe again.
The jury has found you guilty of murder in the 1st degree.
Rules mean everything.
We got ourselves a manhunt.
Thou shalt not kill.
I didn't kill my wife.
Thou shalt not steal.
Drop it. I said drop it.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
You really want to do this? I don't want any of this.
Against thy neighbor.
The man who killed my wife is in Miami.
Yeah.
and I'm looking at it.
The Fugitive, coming October 6th to CTV.